The hidden paradox of manifestation, why what you resist persists, and how reverse desire unlocks your true destiny. Most teachings about the law of attraction focus on a simple formula. Visualize what you want, feel as if you already have it, and the universe will deliver. But there's a deeper, far more mysterious layer to manifestation that few discuss, one that contradicts everything you've been told. What if the key to receiving isn't in the intensity of your desire, but in your ability to release it? What if the things you chase most fervently are the very things that elude you not because you're unworthy, but because the act of chasing itself sends a subconscious signal of lack? This is the principle of reverse desire, a counterintuitive approach to manifestation that works not by focusing on what you want, but by examining why you want it in the first place, and then surrendering the need entirely. The problem with traditional manifestation techniques is that they often operate at the level of the ego. When you affirm, "I am wealthy," or "I am in a perfect relationship," your conscious mind may agree, but your deeper subconscious, the part of you that truly creates your reality, might still be anchored in beliefs of unworthiness, fear, or past conditioning. This creates a conflict between what you're trying to manifest and what you actually believe is possible. Even worse, the more you fixate on a specific outcome, the more you reinforce the energy of not having it. You become like a child pressing a button repeatedly, growing more frustrated when the elevator doesn't arrive, never realizing that the elevator was never broken. You were just standing in the wrong building. Reverse desire flips this dynamic. Instead of affirming, "I am successful," you practice indifference. "I am at peace whether this comes or not." Instead of obsessively visualizing your dream life, you release the need for it to look a certain way. This isn't about giving up, it's about transcending the need for external validation. When you do this, something remarkable happens. The universe stops seeing you as someone who lacks and starts seeing you as someone who trusts. And in that space of trust, miracles occur. One of the most fascinating aspects of reverse desire is how it aligns with ancient spiritual principles. In Taoism, there's a concept called Wu Wei, often translated as effortless action. It's the idea that the most powerful outcomes arise not from force, but from alignment, like a river flowing effortlessly around rocks, never struggling, yet always reaching its destination. Similarly, in Buddhism, attachment is seen as the root of suffering. The more you cling to a specific outcome, the more you suffer. Reverse desire applies this wisdom to manifestation. By letting go of the how and the when, you open yourself to something far greater than your limited imagination could conceive. Consider this real-world example. A woman spends years desperately trying to manifest her soulmate. She writes lists, creates vision boards, and goes on endless dates, only to feel more frustrated. Then one day, exhausted, she stops. She decides she's done chasing love, not out of bitterness, but out of genuine contentment with herself. Almost immediately, she meets someone extraordinary. Why? Because her energy shifted from needing love to being love. The universe responded not to her affirmations, but to her vibration. This brings us to the neuroscience behind reverse desire. Your brain is wired to seek certainty. When you obsess over a goal, your prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for planning and control, goes into overdrive, creating tension. But when you surrender, your subconscious, the true powerhouse of manifestation, takes over. Studies on creativity show that breakthroughs often happen not when we're straining for answers, but when we're relaxed, in the shower, on a walk, or even in sleep. The same applies to manifestation. The more you let go, the more your subconscious, can work behind the scenes to orchestrate what you truly need. So, how do you practice reverse desire in daily life? Start by examining your deepest wants. Ask yourself, why do I want this? What do I believe it will give me? Often, you'll find that your desire is rooted in a need for validation, security, or control, none of which can ever be fulfilled externally. Then try this experiment. For 1 week, act as if your desire no longer matters. If you've been chasing money, focus instead on gratitude for what you have. If you've been desperate for a relationship, fall in love with solitude. Watch how the universe responds when you stop pulling at the thread and instead allow it to unravel naturally. Here's the ultimate truth. The universe is not a genie granting wishes. It's a mirror reflecting your deepest beliefs about yourself. When you stop demanding proof of your worthiness, you step into the reality where worthiness was never in question. The things you once chased become the things that chase you. This is the magic of reverse desire. Not just getting what you want, but realizing you never needed it to be whole in the first place. The invitation, then, is this. Pick one thing you've been desperately trying to manifest. Now, for the next 7 days, practice indifference toward it. Not resignation, just trust. Observe what happens. You may not receive the exact outcome you imagined, but you'll almost certainly receive something far more valuable. The realization that you were never separate from the abundance you sought. It was inside you all along.